Oh, Jerome Powell, well, you've been covering the Fed for a long time. What would he bring to the Fed that Janet Yellen hasn't brought or that John Taylor might bring?
Well, it's an interesting way you put that, because what would he bring that Janet Yellen hasn't brought? Probably nothing. He is not an economist, so he's going to be basically following the policies that were set in place and then be influenced by the staff or by anybody who's appointed as vice chair or anybody who would replace Yellen if she decides to leave the board. Remember, she can stay on if she wants. So probably you would see it as a shorthand description would be Yellen light. Taylor obviously would have more of an impact as a well-known PhD economist. He could influence the board's thinking in a lot of ways, maybe not raise interest rates immediately, but down the road have an impact there, but also on regulation, on research, on basically sort of the direction of the board going forward. But as we were just saying, Powell keeps Wall Street on the same course because he's not likely to deviate. That makes people happy, and maybe that's what Trump is thinking.
Mike, the discussion of double-headed has been put forward, hasn't it? Maybe you have Powell and you have Taylor in the top two positions. Could that still be on the table? Let's say if Powell becomes Fed chair or is nominated, I mean, is Taylor then in the running to be vice chair?
Oh, absolutely. And Donald Trump has said that he is considering a package, and he's specifically mentioned the two as part of the package. We don't know who would be chair and who would be vice chair, but if Powell were to be the chair, which makes a little more sense from his point of view, then you would have John Taylor as a very strong number two who could do have much of the influence that he would have as chair. As vice chair, in terms of setting the Fed's direction for research and the way they think about monetary policy. They're not going to implement the Taylor rule right away, no matter who is chair, so it may not make a difference whether John is or isn't.